This demonstration will cover Aparavi's HIPAA policy, as well as creating your own custom policy and being able to secure access to specific files. Key takeaways from today's demonstration will be the ability to quickly locate all documents containing HIPAA data, personally identifiable information, and protected health information, as well as being able to easily customize smart policies to get your own tailored results, and intelligently discovering all personal data and how to secure it. Let's begin the demonstration by taking a look at the initial dashboard. This dashboard contains some really great information, but the nice thing is the dashboard is fully customizable. You can drag and drop widgets around the dashboard as you like, as well as add additional widgets. Some really great information you can ascertain from this initial dashboard is things like files by classification, where you can quickly identify how many files actually contain HIPAA data, or how many files contain personally identifiable data. You can also see files by last access date, files by modification date, and files by creation date, along with some other really great information like permissions and files by extension type. Now let's take a closer look at the policies we're highlighting in this demonstration. One of those policies being the HIPAA policy. The reason why we're highlighting the HIPAA policy is this is a growing concern for healthcare providers, as HIPAA violations can amount to $100,000 to $50,000 per individual violation, as well as up to a $1.5 million maximum penalty per year. While this demonstration is highlighting the HIPAA policy, note that the Aparavi Platform actually contains over 140 predefined classifications out of the box, with the ability to create your own custom classifications, and we'll take a look at a custom classification use case here in a bit as well. But first, let's take a closer look at the HIPAA policy and what it entails. As you can see here, if I click View, I can get an idea of what the HIPAA policy is actually looking for. Anything from an ICD diagnostic code to personally identifiable information. You can also edit the HIPAA policy as well, and you can change the way that the workflow engine works here. You can customize it to suit your needs. In addition to being able to edit any of our 140 plus predefined classification policies, you can also create your own custom classification policies as well. This is one of the really great things about the Aparavi platform, because I can create a custom classification policy leveraging over 900 different rule types out of the box, as well as being able to leverage standard regex expressions. So we can create a custom classification rule by doing things like searching for specific keywords. Right? One really great use case for this is being able to search for things like patient account number, as this is not something that is standard to all healthcare providers. So I can add a keyword and then add Boolean expressions on top of that to make sure that I'm looking for more than one rule before identifying and classifying this specific file as containing a patient account number. You can also add regex expressions as well. So I can create a custom regex expression to look for a numerical sequence between 9 and 16 digits in this particular example. So now I have a custom classification that's not only looking for the keyword account number, but is also looking for any sequence of 9 to 16 digits. And you can also test this custom classification by dragging and dropping a test file containing an actual patient account number to make sure that it is properly classified, and if needed, you can tweak this custom classification to meet your needs. And then finally, just simply save this custom classification by giving it a name and a description. Once we've selected the different classification policies we're looking for, we can also add the scan paths that we want the Aparavi platform to go and scan and index. Once that's complete, you can now leverage the Aparavi File Explorer as well as reporting engine to search for specific data types. So now I can come in and perform a search against a specific classification, for example, maybe one that contains our HIPAA policy. If I search and execute this query, it'll pull up all of the different documents that contain HIPAA information. And if you select any one of these documents, you can take a look at the metadata and see all the different classification hits against that particular document. You can also see other metadata fields In fact, the Aparavi platform collects over 70 different metadata fields depending on the document type. You can now export these results in PDF or Excel and also create a streaming link in CSV or JSON. You can also create custom reports as well. So if you find a query that you're performing frequently and you want to be able to do it more often and without having to go and define all the different query types, you can come in and predefine this by clicking classification and doing the exact same thing that we did in the File Explorer, only now you'll be able to select different columns to display and also be able to save this particular report by giving it a name and selecting whether you want it to be a public or private report. So now that I've created this custom report and I have the results that I'm looking for, I want to be able to export it out in Excel or PDF or create that streaming link in CSV or JSON. And now you have a list of files that you can go and take action upon it. Right? I want to give you a bonus in this particular demonstration by giving you a way of creating a visual example of the data that we presented here. The really quick example I wanted to demonstrate was the ability to export out the results in Excel or PDF and being able to import it into an application like Microsoft's Power BI desktop. In this particular example, what I've done is I've imported those values and I've created a visualization of the classification by parent path. As you can see here, you can quickly now identify where your hotspots are and where the majority of your files are hitting. So I can see, for example, with U.S. Social Security numbers, I have a large number of files that contain U.S. Social Security numbers. And likewise with ICD diagnostic codes, U.S. driver's license, passports, etc. In today's demonstration, we covered how to quickly locate documents containing important HIPAA data, as well as being able to easily customize smart policies and get those tailored results that you're looking for. And of course, being able to intelligently discover all personal data and control access. Thank you for your attention, and if you'd like to get started with Aparavi, go to get.aparavi.com.